more than we saw last year. Methodologies, I think the personalized gaming are already here for a few years, but very interesting from my perspective is the micro-learning trend. We see more and more startups who are using these elements. And we see increasing number of startups who are dealing with what we can call technology of the self, emotions, communication, and see this as part of the world of ethics. And last, metaphors. I always like to see the way startups are describing themselves, and we had last year the Airbnb and Ubers, and also the navigation metaphor. This year we saw a lot of Netflix. Lots of startups want to explain what they do, and they say, I'm going to be Netflix of education. And it's very interesting to see that this trends, I think it's a great way to understand at least the vision of those startups. And going back to the competition, as I told before, we had it already 4 times. The first year the winner was Brightbytes, that American company that deals with data, and after the competition had a very nice traction of investors, hopefully connected to the competition. Kitabu, that I saw a booth of them here in the hall, a company from Kenya that deals with really delivering content to the region. The year before, Adovo works with the jail in the United States, which is a huge population and needs a lot of literacy. And last year, a company from Japan, a clever notebook. And as you can see, the topics are very diverse, very different areas of edtech. I think what they have in common is that each one of those companies was really presenting an original and different way to tackle these challenges that they're facing. We are doing every year the finals in London in January during the Beth Week. This is a picture from 2017. And the criteria, this is for you, the judges. We're looking for startups who are answering a real pain. We're looking for startups that are bringing innovative pedagogy, not necessarily technology, but for sure it should be a different pedagogy. We're interested with startup with strong user experience, understanding that UI is a very important part of the success of any startup, but especially in education when we're speaking a lot about delivery and communicating with the users. And of course, we're looking for a startup who has a growth potential and a business model that can work. The judges, these are the judges of the global event last year. And you can see that it's a very diverse group, as well as today we're having an investor and the manager the director of Wikipedia here in Germany, and Pierre-Antoine, which is for the world of startups. So we try to keep it as much as we can diverse from different areas. And the timeline of this competition, now this is the European final. We have now events like this all over the world, about 15 events from the same nature, and the winner of each event is invited to pitch in the final event in London in January, and we again kick off the next year competition on March in the United States, and then we have like again the same kind of timeline. This year we had also a few special tracks. We won't be dealing with them today. They are being judged separately, but just to mention them, besides the general track, we have one track dedicated to innovation, one track dedicated to R&D, which is not startups, it's for corporates, and the last, and another track for AI, which of course is a very hot topic. And last one, professional training track, all this booming around workforce readiness and corporate training is going to be represented here. So, without further ado, I would like to invite Michelle for really to see the startups. Please.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Elvie. So the format for what's about to happen is we will be very strict. Each startup will only have 4 minutes, and I will cut you off so I'm sorry in advance, but everyone knows 4 minutes. And then one of the judges will ask a question, and then we'll move on to the next article. So I'm going to give you a quick rapid fire so everyone